Long ago, in a town called Ark, nestled between two hills like cupped hands, lived a people divided. On the eastern side were the grove worshippers. They honored the spirits of their ancestors with lively masquerades, drumming, and night-long chants. Across town, on the western side, lived the temple folk. They preferred quiet prayers, strict rules, and orderly rituals. They saw the grove people as far too wild. And in the center lived the followers of the ancestral ways, who believed both groups had lost the true path. They all greeted each other differently, they dressed differently. And they all distrusted one another quietly at first, but the feeling ran deep. Still, life went on, until the year the sky forgot how to cry. The rains became shorter, and then they stopped completely. The river shrank to a dusty path. The wells turned to bowls of powder, and the farmland cracked open like broken pottery. Instead of uniting, the people of Ark grew even more suspicious. The grove worshippers blamed the temple folk for displeasing the gods. The temple people blamed the grove's loud rituals. The traditionalists insisted the ancestors were angry at these new beliefs. They held meetings, but the arguments only grew sharper. Each group performed their own rituals, prayed their own prayers, convinced their way was the only way to bring back the rain. But the sky remained stubbornly silent. One hot afternoon, as the town gathered for another fruitless debate, a thin figure staggered toward them. It was a young girl, carrying a cracked clay pot. Dust covered her from head to toe, and her legs trembled. Before she could reach the crowd, she collapsed. People rushed forward, but stopped when they saw she wore no familiar markings. She wasn't from the grove, the temple, or the ancestral ways. She belonged to none of them. Whispers rippled through the crowd. Who is she? Where did she come from? Is she safe? The girl opened her mouth, her voice barely a breath. Water, please. The square fell silent. Everyone had a little water left, just enough for their families. No one wanted to be the first to offer theirs and appear weak in front of the others. Then, a small, stooped woman pushed through the crowd. It was Ìyá Aṣeke, a widow who lived near the market. She didn't belong to any group. People called her strange because she refused to join their arguments. She just greeted everyone kindly and helped anyone who knocked on her door. Without a second thought, she lifted the girl's head and brought out her last gourd of water. She didn't measure it. She didn't ask where the girl came from. She simply held the gourd to the child's lips and let her drink until it was empty. As the girl took her first real swallow of water in days, a cool breeze swept through the square. The leaves rustled. Everyone looked up. Dark, heavy clouds were gathering over the hills. Before anyone could speak, the sky broke open. Rain poured down, drumming on the roofs, soaking the thirsty ground, and filling the long dead river. Children screamed with joy, farmers knelt in gratitude, and the oldest elders wept openly. The town had water again. Hours later, the rain stopped, but the argument started right back up. It was our prayer at the grove that worked. No, it was our temple fasting. It was the ancestors, surely. Ìyá Aṣeke, wiping her hands, turned to face them all. You're all wrong, she said, her voice steady and clear. The sky does not answer your rivalry. It answers your humanity. A profound silence fell over the square. Her words cut deeper than any argument they'd had all year. From that day on, the people of Ark kept their different faiths, but they stopped letting those differences decide who deserved kindness. When a traveler passed through, they were welcomed. When someone fell sick, all three groups visited. When a family lost their home in a storm, the entire town helped rebuild it. And whenever someone acted harshly in the name of their belief, the elders would look them in the eye and remind them of the lesson they learned that day. No religion is greater than the hand that lifts a thirsty child. Thank you for listening. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more tales that touch the heart.